Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. I have a different scenery today. Kind of letting you know I be exercising. You know how we do. But in all seriousness, I believe the Lord is just calling us to be real. And you may say, well, who said the Lord was calling us to be fake? And it's like, nobody ever said that. But I got to see some family this weekend. It was so great, so awesome, but it also made my heart like cry out, saying, Lord, what can I do? What can I do? And the Lord said, be real. That's what the Lord is calling us as Christians to do, is be real. And I think we have failed a generation because of it, because we're choosing to wallow in whatever we're doing and claiming it to be real, or this is just who I am. But we wanted people to walk and have a life living after Jesus, but we're continuing to be the same way. So it's just like, why would someone want Jesus if Jesus is not making you a different person? And I think we as Christians have failed the people, and I say that not acting like we're going to be perfect, no. But like I said, we're continuing to do what we've always done, but then claiming, yeah, you need Jesus, and the people are like, why I need Jesus? And I say we because I'm included in it all. The Lord showed me, convicted me of the things that I'm doing and what I'm failing to do. And each day, of course, His mercy is new for me, but that's not an excuse for me to still do the things that I did yesterday. And I'm just like, come on, y'all. We have to be real. When I say y'all, I mean myself, because I went to church on Sunday, and it was just so eye-opening. And it was just like, we're oftentimes trying to tell people how to live their lives, but the best example of Christ is the way that you live your life. It's not how you tell other people how to live their life. And I think that's what we have failed to do. Well, I know that's what we have failed to do. We're telling people, you need to do this, you need to do that. But then they're seeing how we live our life, and they're like, why would I want a Jesus that can't fix you? Why would I want that? And so I'm just like, come on, y'all. We have to get real. We have to get real, because it will not always be these times. We were reading in the book of Ezekiel, and he's talking about a rebellious people and how he called Ezekiel to come and tell them, and regardless of what they say or whatever, however they look, it's like, still tell them the truth, because he opened up a book at the end of the second chapter of Ezekiel, and he tells him it's going to be lamentations. It's going to be like basically deep regret. It's going to be mourning, going to be grieving, and it's going to be, did he say mourning? Did he say, and woe. So it's going to be a lot of sorrow. People are going to be regretful that they didn't live a life for Jesus. And that makes me more so, it makes me mad at myself, of course, mad at the enemy, because I'm like, the enemy will put blinders, and I say the enemy put blinders, but the Lord allows us to be in our own sin after we continue to ignore Him. So it's up to us as Christians, of course, to live the life that is pleasing to God, so that your family, the people that you have influence, can be saved. Because y'all, it's time out for living a life the way we want to live it. No, it's time to live for Jesus. And the only way we're going to be able to live for Jesus is by being real. We have to be real. And I think that's what's wrong with the world today. It's just like we're showing the what they say, the highlight reels of our lives, and it's just like, that's not real. That's one snapshot out of 24 hours in a day. And people are going back and doing other things, having a hard time. And it's because nobody's being real. No one's sitting people down and say, this is the way to do it. And the Lord, and not necessarily tell them the way to do it, but they're not walking it out. And like I said, the Lord convicted me of it, because He's just like, girl, you be gossiping. You be talking all this stuff. And I'm just like, well, Lord, thank you. This day forward, okay, yeah, I got to do better. I'll be like, oh, yeah, but this and this. And just like, no. We need to be telling people about Jesus. We don't need to be telling people about other people's business. We need to be praying for people. And I'm just like, thank you, Lord, for that revelation. Thank you for opening my eyes. It's time to be real. It's time to be real, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sácame que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.